we would like to welcome you to the special introduction of the Helderberg Rugby Football Club. We appreciate your time. The 2010 club management will now provide a management review to our members, sponsors, and potential new partners. I am a computer voice from AT&T in America. One of the club sponsors, Taze Talyard, from holidayweb.co.za, was responsible for this presentation. The points that we would like to cover include the history of the Helderberg Rugby Club, the budget and financial overview. And then finally, we would like to conclude and stress the importance and benefits of extended co-owner sponsors today that will put the management in a positive position to plan for tomorrow. The Helderberg Rugby Football Club is a non-profit community-based rugby club. The club management consists of members of the community that serves on the committee without remuneration. The club is situated in the Strand, in the Helderberg Basin of the city of Cape Town in South Africa. In 1997, when the rugby football clubs of Strand, Somerset West, and Gordons Bay joined forces, the new name, Helderberg Rugby Football Club, originated. The Somerset West Rugby Football Club dates back to 1904, while the Gordons Bay Rugby Football Club was founded in 1934. That is the reason that we celebrate 106 years of existence in 2010. Both rugby clubs had its own unique history and tradition. Helderberg Rugby Club protects and shares this information until today. The club is extremely proud of its 3 Springbok rugby captains who represented South Africa on the rugby field. These South African rugby captains are Boy Morkel in 1921, Phil Mustard in 1931 and 32, and Stephen Fry in 1955. We salute you. When we discuss the club's income and expenditure, we will first look at the increased cost factor resulting from our excellent coaches and rugby players, where we have 5 senior teams and 3 under-20 teams that participate in the various leagues. The Helderberg Rugby Club's first team plays in the Western Province Rugby Union's top Super A competition. With the increased pressure to perform each year, coaching forms an integral part of the success of player development at our rugby club, but comes at high cost that results in growing expenses for the club. Rugby players who have developed powerful and effective rugby skills at Helderberg Rugby Club understand just how critical these skills are to their success. They are often in great demand just because of these skills. At times, it is difficult to keep these players at the club, seeing that better game fees and higher travel expenses are the carrot that we cannot always meet. We know that we cannot and must not satisfy every need that arises. The club has approximately 300 members, of which 50% are rugby players. The new club management would like to grow the club membership to form a solid basis for the future. The support and social members mainly contribute to the turnover and profit in the clubhouse. The clubhouse is self-maintained and self-contained, and its profits contribute to approximately 50% of the total club expenditure. The rest of the expense budget is dependent on membership fees, advertising boards and sponsorship from members and business people. The Helderberg Rugby Club facilities belong to the city of Cape Town, who generously support us with maintenance issues on the sports grounds. When we look at the income and expenditure graph, it is obvious that the club management has a number of big challenges. After the 2006 season, the club was demoted to the B League. When that happened, the serving committee at the time had a plan to get the club promoted to the Super A League again. Additional cost has been approved for the 2007 season to keep current players and to attract new talent to the club. At the end of the 2008 season, Helderberg Rugby was promoted back to the Super A League. The club then had one additional team to budget for. The Super A League has put more financial pressure on the club, and at the same time, the 2009 contributions from Western Province decreased to zero. At one stage, this contribution covered 20% of the player and coach expenses. This resulted in a budget deficit in the 2009 financial year. When the new 2010 committee took over, new increased players and coaches' contracts have already been finalized. However, this is no reflection on the previous committee, and we may have done the same. The current economic climate resulted that certain promises to the club could not be fulfilled and now seriously affect our current year's budget. This graph represents the player and coach allowances, which also reflects in the club's total budget, which we have shown and explained on the previous slide. The increase in expenditure represents the same upward curve as that of the total budget. These expenses are the primarily reason why we have a budget challenge. We already had a special general meeting with the club members and players where the financial status was explained. The Helderberg Rugby Football Club belongs to the members of the club. Our sponsors are also automatic members and co-owners of the club. At the end of each year, soon after the last league matches, and when the annual statements has been prepared, the annual general meeting takes place, where the new management committee for the following year gets elected. The club management has a big financial responsibility, and at the same time they must ensure that the rugby delivery cycle is complete. The fact that we remunerate players is not to turn them into rugby professionals. No, it is to assist them to cover their cost to play rugby. Our rugby players come from different backgrounds. The integration and transformation of the club contributed to their positive attitude. Some of these players have a job, others are students, and a number of them are unemployed. We have a social responsibility to keep on developing these young men. We all know that playing sports not only creates a healthy body. Equally important is the fact that they have more discipline and are stronger to resist the growing negative habits in parts of the community. We have introduced the Helderberg Rugby Football Club to you and the outside world. We trust that we have demonstrated why people should have confidence in the financials, strategies, and future rugby of the rugby club. By having more fans and increased interest in the club, by driving more commercial value into our club, we develop resources that we can plow back onto the field to help our teams in the future. We hope and believe this sends out a signal of what we are about to do with this rugby club and the progress that we can make together. The cost to sponsor one player for 12 months amounts to 11,700 South African rands. You can consider to sponsor one team, one player, or any percentage of one player. The choice is yours. Our community needs you, and you have the power to do it. We provide each sponsor with a sponsor certificate. This recognizes that you are a one-year player sponsor of a specific player. A photo of the sponsored player plus his signature will appear on this recognition. We trust that this will give you that warm feeling. Together with your special complimentary club tie and windbreaker, this warm feeling may just heat up. We will give you exposure and brand awareness. Our kit can bear your name and logo. You will be exposed on our website, newsletters, and event programs. Please talk to any committee member or contact us via email or directly on our website.
Think of your family.